White, Coquietip, Bernice Jensen in Quest. Hello everyone, my name is Bernice Jensen. I work at the Kamloops Aboriginal Friendship Society and I work in partnership with School District 73. Today we're going to be talking about traditional medicine pouches, and also we're going to show you how to make a medicine pouch. So I have with me my co-workers and guests that are going to introduce themselves as well.
White Hasselhout, Isquis Quaquishlachen, Kentos Bachman. Hi, my name is Justine Manuel, and I am the Elders Cultural Coordinator for the Kamloops Friendship Society.
White Hasselhout, Isquis Shrokanock, Shamasquis Bernie. I come from Inkamapalaks of the Okanagan Indian Band.
White, Tanshe, Denishikawan Jessica. Hello, my name is Jessica and I'm the youth worker at the Kamloops Aboriginal Friendship Society.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about medicine pouches. So first of all, I would like to talk about our traditional medicine pouches that First Nations people had. So a long time ago, for First Nations people, they would all have medicine pouches that they would use for their protection, and they would have items such as sage, cedar, tobacco that they could carry with them, or it could be something special as maybe a baby's piece of hair, that's a locket of hair that they would put in there. It could be pretty much anything that they feel that is near and dear to them that they would like to take with them. Each person would have a medicine pouch that they would go out, and when they would go onto the land, if they were harvesting or gathering, they could take out their medicine from their pouch and leave an offering to the Creator and to Mother Earth. So here today I have some of my medicine pouches that I have that I use when I go out. This one is what I use when I go drumming, and for this one I have rat root that helps with your throat when you're singing. This one here is made from a good friend from the Okanagan, and this one I have in my medicine pouch here. I have little bit of sage, so I can leave an offering when I'm picking berries or digging or when I'm harvesting plants. This one here is another style as well, and this one I have a tobacco tie, or it could be a sage tie, and so all of them have a little something in it. This one here, I got that from a friend who is an artist, and in there she has left me a lucky quarter. So I will always be lucky in life. So I'm going to turn it over to Justine, and she's going to talk about medicine pouches as well.
So from what I've been told about medicine pouches is, again, that is a protection. So you usually put in something that is either tobacco or sage or even ochre, if you have some red ochre. Anything that you feel close to, and then, you know, when you're putting that tobacco in or that sage in, you talk to that tobacco and sage and you ask for this to watch over you, to make you feel secure and safe. And you just wear it and you carry it with you, and it just gives you a sense of security that you're always going to be okay. White.
Okay, so I have a few deerskin medicine pouches to show you. So these were gifted to me from my mom from Chase, a local Aboriginal artisan in Chase made these deerskin pouches. I always like to use medicine pouches that either I've made, that were gifted to me, or that were bought from a local artisan. I like to support local. Anything traditional, I think it's nice to do that. So like it's been said, the 4 sacred medicines, I usually will keep tobacco or sage in my medicine pouches, or something like a stone or a crystal. I have a lot of those gifted to me, and they help me feel grounded, connected, safe. They give me a sense of connection to Creator, so I like to keep them in my pouch and carry it with me. I'll take them with me wherever I go, and sometimes I'll leave them in my car too, just so I have that extra protection on the road.
So the traditional medicine pouches have a lot of different significance for people. In addition to using for protection, you might use different elements. So for example, a person that has an affinity towards water may use a shell or carry a shell in their medicine pouch. They use the herbs to signify the earth. They might put a piece of an animal, for example, a bear claw or some other part of an animal on their medicine pouch, and as well as a feather or something to signify the air. And they might put a symbol of fire or something along that line to signify one of the elements. So there's a lot of significance in the traditional medicine pouches. Some of my relatives from the Lakota people, when the child is born, they take the umbilical cord, the belly button, and they sew it into a medicine pouch, and they tie that onto the baby's cradle board. Once the child is older, they then sew it into a medicine pouch that the child will wear around their neck. So the significance of different people from across North America, there's universal teachings, but also individual tribes have their individual teachings as well. Thank you.
So this ends our part that we're going to be talking about the medicine pouch. Now we're going to move over onto how to put together a medicine pouch, and we will move on to our next area and location. Thank you. Okay, now we are at our crafting table, and we're going to talk about how we're going to do a medicine pouch. So one of the things, or some of the items that you need to do this is you need scissors, and you can use a rotary cutter, and you also need a leather punch, which I don't have with me right now because I did some templates already. So here are some of my templates. Now the measurements for the templates is 2 inches by 6 inches. So I cut them out, they're ready to go. Then with the leather pouch, or with the leather punch, what I do is when I'm going to be punching the holes in, I'm going to line it up so it's about 2/3 and it's going to be folded. From there, I'm going to use my leather punch, and you're going to see that I punched right through. 1, 2, 3. And I'll do the other side. 1, 2, 3. Then I do a hole above the 3 on the top flap. I'll do 2 holes here, and I match it with 2 holes there so that this will get folded in. Now, before we do that part though, we're going to talk about how to cut the leather, and we're going to talk about how to cut the string, how to lace it up, and then Justine's going to show us one that you can buy from a store. So here I have my rotary cutter, I have my cutting board, I've laid out the leather, and with this I'm going to just use my ruler and I'm going to cut it. There it is. So then from there I would do my 6 inches right here, and these are really nice cutting boards because you can see the length that you need it. There it is. So now here we would use the leather punch. We'd go 3/4, we'd go 2/3, fold it in half, would do 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top, 2 here. Once I get the 2 holes punched on the top, I fold it down, mark it through the holes so that I know where this part goes. So once again, we would do it, we would have it like this, fold it, then through here, 1, 2, that tells me where the holes are going to be. This is going to be your tie to close it off after you're done. So now I'm finished my part. I'm going to have my sister Bernie talk about how to cut the string.
So for the lacing, you're going to measure your lacing. You're going to cut it, but you want to bring it around your head, have it like your fist length, so that when it lays on around your neck, it's going to be an appropriate length there. And you see right here, we've already started this, and you just use your scissors and you're going to go all the way around the very edge of the leather, about 1/4 of an inch. And you want to make it to the length that you need it for your lacing. And I'm going to pass it over now.
Okay, so I've been weaving this leather template here that Bernice showed you. So what I've done is I've folded it up and I've started to weave one side of it here. So what I did is I went underneath with the string and I just weaved it through to behind again, and then back up and over top. So the front of it looks like that there. And what I'm going to keep doing is weaving through the 3 holes that have lined up together on this side. So I'll grab a pen here. What you can do if you can't quite see your holes is take something like a pen or a pencil and just push it through your 2 holes to make sure they're lined up, to stretch them out a bit if you need more room. And what I've done with the end of my string here is I've cut it into a fine point, because that acts as our needle when we're weaving through. So I'll do my next hole here and pull. You want to line it up too so that your pieces of leather string are straight and not twisting as you thread. So I'll go behind and back in here. And then back down for my final one. And my string's going to end up coming out like this at the end. And then I'm almost at the end and I'll add a few pony beads. You can add pony beads, feathers, anything you like. Okay, so I finished weaving my piece of string here, or leather, through the holes on this side. So the pouch is going to open up like this. I've made the bottoms equal, and with this extra string, you remember I had the piece going across here. I've moved up all that extra string because that is going to be the part that goes around. And then you can decorate it with pony beads or whatever you like.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you an example of a kit that you can buy. I'm not sure where this was purchased. I was gifted this little crafting kit, so it comes with all the materials that you need. It's already pre-cut for you. It has the leather, it has a needle and a few beads, and it has the instructions too. So that's always an option if you're not able to get your hands on some leather. But we do encourage people to reach out to local hunters and local artists to purchase buckskin and beads, and just to kind of have an authentic medicine pouch. But this is always an option.
So one of the last things that I wanted to talk about was that all of our medicine pouches are going to be unique and different. Now that we've got it finished, I've added the pattern of the yellow, red, and blue. And then as I came through the top part, I added the reverse, and I did red, yellow, red, blue again, and then I reversed it and I did blue, blue, red, yellow. And then I weaved it through, and then I put it on the bottom part. I've got my sage here. I'm going to tuck it inside of my medicine pouch. And this is where this part here is going to go in. And this is like a tie down. So we can tie it down. There's one side. There's the other side here. And so when I go into the classrooms, I like to have the students make these, and they're all different and unique. So now I'm going to add 2 more beads, a blue one here, and then another blue one here. And that's how I'm going to end mine. So all of our medicine pouches are different and unique, just like all of us. And there we go. So there is my medicine pouch. And I'd like to say thank you to everyone, Cooksjatchum, to all of you for joining us today to do the video. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, and we will talk to you soon. And we'll let my sister and my co-workers show you their medicine pouches and say a farewell as well.
So thank you for joining us today. It's been an honor and a privilege to be a part of this. This is my little medicine pouch. And you can see I like the blue and the yellow. And again, thank you for joining us.
Okay, and here's my pouch that I did. I added on some pony beads. So this was fun. Thanks for joining us. Marseille, thank you.
So mine is a little bit different because it is store-bought. So there's the option to open it and then just tighten it. There isn't a flap over, but it's still very nice, and I chose these colors. And so yeah, thanks for coming, and thanks for my coworker inviting me to this. White.
And just a reminder again that today and during all of our videos, we're conscious and careful to keep our safe social distance during this time. Marseille.
Okay, so I also forgot to mention that you can add feathers to your medicine pouch as well. And that's really easy to do because you just get the quill part of the feather. You can slide it into the pony bead, and there it is. So I would like to also say Cook's Jam to Tyler Jensen, my son, for being the video cameraman, the videographer, and he also does all of our editing for all of our videos. So a big Cook's Jam to my son for doing that as well. So we're going to put on our medicine pouches, and we're going to say a last farewell, ladies.
Thank you everyone, Lim Lim, for joining us, and here's my medicine pouch.
Thank you, Marseille.
Lim Lim.